Hi there, I'm Dani Walker. Welcome to my first ever preliminary recap for the Miss International Swimsuit competition. If you enjoy pageant related content, please consider subscribing and hitting that notifications bell so you can join me for other episodes. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, please hit that super thanks button, share this episode with a friend, or check out the merch store. If you're currently preparing for a pageant, check out the free pageant prep course that's linked in the description below. Since this is my first recap for this preliminary competition, I'm honestly a little bit all over the place. It's been a while since we've gotten to watch an in-person Miss International pageant, and I believe that the last recap that I did for Miss International was actually my first ever recap for Miss International. So this is a pageant system that I'm currently learning about, so bear with me for that. I am slowly learning, and so I'm going to talk about every country that caught my eye today. I'm not limiting it even to a top 20. I know we have a lot of contestants that go through today, but there's different things that I appreciate about each of them. So let's get right into it in no particular order. Hong Kong is just beautiful. Her smile is stunning and I really felt her confidence. I loved this performance personally. I'm wondering though how her styling is going to be taken by the judges, because I feel like this styling is quite bright and it's loud. And when I think of Miss International, I think of more like pastels, muted colors. I don't know how true that is though for swimsuit. India was just giving me international vibes here. She wasn't trying too hard in this performance. I felt like it was really solid. I think that Indonesia's walk can be improved, but I still like her overall. I liked her posing, I liked her presence, so I feel like that might outweigh the walk. I feel like Miss Japan always has a natural advantage at this pageant. She is the hometown queen here. She's the host country, and many of the judges at Miss International are Japanese. So Miss Japan, I think, always appeals to their beauty standards, and that's really her natural advantage. But regardless of that, I think that she still did a great job here, and I really love her swimsuit. Actually, we matched today. I didn't even realize that till right now. Malaysia is on my edge for this competition, but I still want to put her in here. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Philippines to me had a very solid performance. I fully expected this out of Hannah. I know that she has dedicated so much time and effort into her walk, and this is exactly what I expected to see from her. Thailand is also on my edge just because of her pose at the end. She was a little bit wobbly. She didn't stick that, but I really liked her smile. I liked her presence. Vietnam is my client, so I'm going to be biased, but let me know in the comments if you loved her as much as I did. I feel like she nailed this. I feel like she did a fantastic job. I'm personally very proud of this performance. I also want to mention that since this is the first time I saw this preliminary swim competition, just comparing this to the Miss International final that I've seen in the past, now I feel like I understand a lot more why primarily Asian countries seem to do very well at this pageant. When I watched the way that the Asian countries competed for preliminary swim, I was like, wow, they get it. Like they really get it with their styling and the way that they're presenting themselves. Now I can see that it is no coincidence that they have taken home so many Miss International titles. They really seem to understand what Miss International is looking for. And I feel like overall, when I look at all the continents, the majority of the contestants in the Asia group really seem to just understand the assignment. I personally loved Kenya. I love her smile. I feel like it looks so sincere. It radiates through her eyes. She was really beautiful. I really liked Belarus's confidence, but I didn't like the swimsuit because that was a suit that you would wear to like a fitness competition and not a pageant. I felt like it was way too showy for international, and I just wonder if that's going to hurt her in judging. Czech Republic is on my edge, but I really like her. She has a different look with her red hair, so I feel like she kind of stands out a little bit more because of that. It helps you to remember her. I feel like Germany did a great job. She's really tall, she's model-esque, and she was easygoing during the swimsuit competition. I feel like Norway also really took it easy during swim, and I feel like that's one of the keys to the Miss International swimsuit competition is just relaxing. This is not as sexy as Miss Universe, and it is not as showy as Miss Grand International. Spain's styling is normally not what I would go for, especially if she were competing in the Miss Universe organization, for example, but I just felt like this hair slicked back in this bun was really just giving me Miss International vibes. I don't know if you felt the same way, but she stood out to me. UK to me was just very, very beautiful. She had such a gorgeous face on stage, so I don't know if they're gonna be taking that into consideration, but she is stunning. I don't think she looks like your typical Miss International, but maybe they'll go for something different this year. We'll see. I feel like Hawaii did a pretty good job here for swimsuit. She was giving me that Miss International vibe. I wonder how she'll do for the rest of the competition. Let me know if Miss International is your favorite international competition by commenting Miss International below. Bolivia is a contestant that I personally like, but I just don't know enough about Miss International to know how she is going to score, although I'm definitely rooting for her. I think that Canada is very beautiful, and in my opinion, she had a very solid performance here, but I just don't know how she'll do for the rest of the competition because I have not followed the contestants leading up to the preliminary swimsuit competition. I think that Colombia looked so beautiful here. I loved the hair slicked back, the ponytail. I feel like Colombia easily could have come with her hair big and voluminous and curled, and I feel like it would have given her a sexier look, but I think that this styling makes so much sense for Miss International, and her performance was also very confident, so I am a big fan. Mexico was beautiful here. I think that she executed her walk and her posing so well. It was such a clean performance, and she's very beautiful. Panama did an excellent job. I thought that she had a really great quality of walk, and I also really like all of her poses and her smile as well. I personally like Puerto Rico, but I wonder if her styling does not suit Miss International. I feel like a cleaner eye look would have made a little bit more sense, and also we're seeing this huge trend this year with green swimsuits. I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that our current Miss International also competed in a green swimsuit. USA is a former Miss Earth USA, and so it's really exciting to see her back on the international stage. She has a lot of stage experience. She is a veteran to pageantry, so I'm very, very excited for USA this year. I hope that she personally does very well. I think that she did an excellent job representing us for the swimsuit competition. Venezuela is somebody that I actually watched compete at her national pageant, and I loved her at her national pageant, and I love her here. I'm curious though how they feel about the open leg swimsuit pose. I feel like most of the contestants are doing a closed leg pose, and that just feels more Miss International to me. It's kind of like how back in the day at Miss America, that closed leg pose was kind of like an unspoken rule in most cases, and most of the contestants were winning with that closed leg pose. So I'm curious how that's going to go over, but I love her. The last queens I want to mention are Dominican Republic, El Salvador, and Peru. I personally loved them, but they're not giving me Miss International vibes with their styling and with their presentation. Not to say that they didn't do a great job. In fact, I really, really liked all of their performances, but I feel like they are more suited for other international competitions like the Universe System or Grand or Supranational, things along those lines with this performance that they showed us here. That's it. Those are my thoughts about the preliminary swimsuit competition. Please let me know what episode that you want to see next on the channel. I greatly appreciate you coming back to watch this one. I hope that you've chosen to subscribe so that you can join me for lots of new episodes. And if you want to check out my other recent recaps, I will link them right up here in the corner. I hope that you enjoy those as well.